or cast blue-green spells and cast white-blue spells. So it really wants me to be in blue, either in the Merfolk or the Changelings. Because I think there are a bunch of Changelings in every colour, but blue-green I think is just Changeling colours from the old sets. So we're going to jump into a Lorwyn Eclipsed. I also have a whole bunch of packs stored up. Now normally I end up playing a whole bunch of opening all the packs and then playing a bunch of stuff. But because there's only I get to pick my faction, because there's a limited amount of time left on playing this. Oh, it's 2,000 gems and I can't use my token on it. That's no good. Oh, I can't play the Sealed Lorwyn Eclipsed version then. But we can do drafts, so that'll be fine. We'll just hop to this. We can do premium drafts. Yeah, we can do some premium drafts. Yeah, 10,000, we can do 2 of those, and we've got a draft token. And then hopefully that'll earn us enough gems to do a 4th one. Yeah, so we're going to jump in. Yeah, so the archetypes that we've got in this set are Merfolk in blue-white, Goblins in black-red, Kithkin in green-white, Elementals in blue-red, Elves in black-green, and then the secondary archetypes are Blight Engine. So Blight is a new mechanic where you put -1/-1 counters on your own creatures for effects. Because there were a bunch of stuff in the old set, the old Lorwyn block, that cared about -1/-1 counters, or like came in with a bunch of -1/-1 counters. So the Blight mechanic is a nice callback to that. But yeah, in black-white we've got Blight Engine, in red-white we've got Blight Midrange. The other new mechanic is Vivid, which is kind of like Domain, but it cares about colours of your permanents rather than types of your land, effectively. So it gets better for the number of coloured permanents, different number of colours among the permanents you control. So that's quite good. The green-blue is Vivid Ramp. The blue-black is Flash and Fairies. And then the red-green is Vivid Midrange. So yeah, we've kind of got Fairies, Elves, Elementals, Kithkins, Goblins, Merfolks. There are also Giants in the set. There are also... I can't tell what's missing there. Shapeshifters in the set. So there's plenty of that. We're going to use our draft token and we're going to jump straight in. So we're trying to go blue. We're trying to force blue if we can. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it will go well. Also now that I don't need to do now that I don't have a time limit because I'm not doing the sealed anyway, I can just open my packs as well. I do have a bunch of packs stored up. So we'll do that. My mouth going quicker than my brain. We will do this draft and play out our games from this draft. And then we will do our pack openings. Oh, Mutable Explorer. So Mutable Explorer is a 1/1 for 2 and a green. Creature Shapeshifter has Changeling, so it is every creature type. So that's really good for like your things that care about creature types. We can activate Draftsmith, I guess. And it also has, when this creature enters, create a tapped Mutavault token, which you can see there is a land that can turn into a 2/2 creature or tap for colourless. And when it turns into a creature, it is every creature type. So I think I'm going to grab that. There is also the Elf Lord there, which is pretty good. But we want to kind of go into blue, so I'm keeping Mutable Explorer open in the off chance. We opened Emptiness as well. So there is a cycle of Mythic Elementals, but we want to force blue if we can. We've got a Merfolk here in blue, or we've got an Elemental in blue. Neither of which are great. We've also got another Changeling which has Reach. Looking at the draft ability, it's just like take the Mythic. And I'm like, but we also got Flock Imposter. See, just a goofy guy, just these Changelings in the middle of flocks, just being like, hi, I'm here. Don't mind me. And all the other birds around it are just like, okay, carry on. I've also got another Elf Matters card. I'm going to try and force Merfolks, I guess. And worst case scenario, I can go into Vivid. That's a decent Merfolk. I quite like that one. So the Merfolk we picked up is 3 and 2 Azorius hybrid manas, so white-blue or white-blue. White-blue and white-blue, sorry. It has Convoke, which Convoke is a mechanic where you can tap down your creatures to pay for costs of the spells with Convoke. And it has Flying. Vigilance is 2 power, 2 toughness, and when this creature enters, you make a Merfolk. A 1/1 white-blue Merfolk creature token. And then this one is Gravelgill Scoundrel 1 and a blue for a 1/3 creature Merfolk Rogue. Vigilance, and when it attacks, you may tap another untapped creature. If you do, this can't be blocked. Which is why it's really good, because a lot of the Merfolk care about tapping themselves or becoming tapped. So they really work with all the Convoke stuff. If we're going... Are we going green, white, blue, or are we going white, blue? I kind of just grabbed the Mutable Explorer because rare, and also because he's funny. But I think I might be trying to go white, blue, so I might take the removal here. Liminal Hold is just a Banishing Light, but it gains you 2 life. So it's pretty good, pretty standard removal. Oh, Crib Swap is a great removal spell. Yeah, we got some fetching. We got a Vivid card as well with the Oof. But I like the removal here. So I'll take the Crib Swap. We've got another Merfolk. When this becomes tapped, target creature and opponent controls gets -3/-0 until end of turn. See, that sort of thing. Where it's just like, we want to be tapped, please. Dawnblessed Pennant is actually pretty good as like a life gain thing if you're in a specific kindred. It's just when it enters, you pick one of the creature types listed there, and then you gain a life whenever a permanent of that type enters, and you can sacrifice it to return a permanent of that type from your graveyard. When this becomes tapped, Merfolk. Yeah, so we're going to move Mutable Explorer down to our sideboard, because we might not be in green. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, another Merfolk you control gets +2/+0, and it's a flying 1/3. Runaway Together is pretty good. As like pseudo removal. For 1 and a blue, it's an instant. You choose 2 target creatures controlled by different players and return them both to their owner's hands. So you bounce one of your own to bounce one of theirs. I'm not that fussed about taking Spell Snare, counter target spell with mana value 2. So I'm going to take the Chitinous Changeling. We can grab another Chitinous Changeling, or we can get a slightly lower cost Stalactite Dagger. So I think we'll grab the Dagger. Oh, we got the Oof. Glistening Bairn. So maybe we bring Mutable Explorer back in. Another Merfolk. Yeah, Glistening Bairn. 2 and 3 Simic hybrids for a creature. Oof. 1 power, 4 toughness, and it has Vivid. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, I got another one of the Oofs. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +X/+X, where X is the number of colours among permanents you control. I like that I got the Merfolk Lord. That's always a good one. There's also the Kithkin Lord in this set, Champion of the Klachan. Nice. Yeah, Deep Channel Duelist. White-blue for a creature Merfolk Soldier. 2 power, 2 toughness, and at the beginning of your end step you untap target Merfolk you control, and other Merfolk you control get +1/+1. It's very good. Given that we're going pretty heavily into Merfolk, we've only got a couple of Oofs that aren't Merfolk in our decks, because obviously all the Changelings are Merfolks, as well as their other types. All the other types, in fact. Ooh, nice. Merfolk that whenever it becomes tapped creates a fairy. That's pretty good. Is that all we've got, like Hovel Hauler? But I don't think we need Hovel Hauler. Or like Changeling, Prideful Feastling, but that might come back round again. So we'll grab the Merfolk who makes fairies. Did it make blue-black fairies as well? Hang on. Where was it? Pested Wellguard? It does make blue-black fairies. That plays into our Vivid, because then we'll have black permanents. I think we're just grabbing this Merfolk. think we're just grabbing that Merfolk. Ooh, fairy, flash flying. When it enters, choose up to one target creature. Convoke spell, I think. Put target. Now, the owner of target non-land opponent puts it second from the top or on the bottom. I think we like that because convoke spells will help us tap all our creatures when we can't get in for damage. So that's quite good. Another convoke spell. Or another temporal cleansing. We'll grab the unexpected alliance, or unexpected assistance, sorry. 3 blue, instant, convoke. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card. So that's not removal, but it helps. Helps us draw into other removal. None of this is super useful, so we'll just grab the dagger again, I guess. Yeah, we'll just grab the dagger again. Oh, we've got another crib swap. I don't think we want anything else in here. I think we just take the crib swap again. Double crib swap. We take the Merfolk. We've got 3 tributary altars. Another runaway together, I suppose. Or maybe a rooftop percher? No, I'll grab another runaway together. Another one of these Wonderwine distractors. Which is my 3rd one of them as well. Kithkin in white. Just these are a bunch of the creatures that enter with minus counters on. Another Kithkin, but I'm really not fussed about that. And Pucker's Eye, but I'm not really fussed about that either. Ooh! Bridget's Command. Cares about Kithkins is a Kithkin sorcery. We've got a Wonderwine Preacher's pretty good. Gains you life. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, gain 2 life. As a 2-drop 2/2. It's pretty nice. And we can get rid of one of the Reluctant Downguard from that. We don't need the Goblin Champion. We don't really need the Clasham Festival. Or another Kithkin. That's very Kithkin specific. We've got another Convoke spell. We've got like a Glamourmite. We'll grab the Convoke spell. It's a combat trick. It could be useful. Oh, I like Mirrormind Crown just as a card. Because as long as the equipment is attached to a creature for the first time you would make a token, you instead make a token that's a copy of the equipped creature. I don't know if it'd be good in draft, but it's definitely good in Commander. Oh, Steam Vents. I forgot they printed Shocklands in this set. Would potentially allow me to splash red. Do I really care? When this artifact enters, choose a creature type. Spells you control of the chosen type cost 1 less whenever an artifact enters at the beginning of your upkeep. Look at the top card of your library. If that card is the chosen type, you reveal it, put it in your hand. Yep, card draw. Another runaway together, I guess. Bloodline Bidding. Convoke, choose a creature type, return all creature cards of the chosen type from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we're just going to grab the distractor. Another channeler. Yes. We can now move these. Because we're not doing the really like any of those. I guess I'll grab another runaway together just so I have all the runaways together. Grab a random one of the uncommons. We are on 28. Well, we want to be on like 23. There we go. Now we need to make cuts. Because I do not want this many cards. Ooh. How many cuts do we have to make? Why is untapped just popping up? I don't need deck recommendations, realistically. We need to make 6 cuts. Okay. That's too many Wonderwine distractors. Pested Wellguard's good, Liminal Hold's good, Appeal to Erdu. Erdu is the sun elemental. There we go, we got a name for part of it. Don't need 4 runaways together. Don't really need 2 stalactite daggers. And I guess we don't need the Percher? How many tokens do I make? That's what I should be asking, because otherwise I can cut the Mirrormind crown. So 1 there. And then whenever that becomes tapped, its controller makes, so I don't create that. I think that's how that works. Yes, its controller creates, so unless I'm exiling my own thing, I wouldn't be creating the thing. But with the runaways together, I can use Mero Sky Swimmer multiple times. So maybe we do keep the Mirrormind crown, just because Pested Wellguard can make me multiple fairies, and I can do multiple ETBs of the Mero Sky Skimmer. In that case, we take away the Rooftop Percher. Yeah, sure. We've got a blue-white Merfolk deck, I guess, Mero deck. What are you after, tapped out? Internal error. Okay, good for you. Not tapped out, untapped. There's the 2 spirits. They're making a lovely eclipse in the middle with their sun and moon heads. Let's see how this deck build went. Oh, this hand is high in costs. But we'll see how it goes. Ooh, I haven't seen the arenas yet. That's cool. It's got like the Lorwyn half and the Shadowmoor half. Anything I can click on here? Doesn't look to be anything I can click on. I'm just going to get punched by this Flitterwing nuisance for a while. It will be a nuisance. Oh, and they're playing a Changeling Wayfinder as well. Feeling a swamp. I could crib swap their creature. Remove a counter whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player this turn. Draw a card. Yeah. If they're trying to go wide, getting rid of the nuisance is good. Replaces it with a changeling, so it's not that bad, but it gets rid of the flyer. So not terrible. If they've got any recursion, which they are in black, it does just get rid of that forever. Oh, of course they've got Abigail. I should have waited. I could have crib swapped their Abigail. I guess I can liminal hold their Abigail. Does it put counters on them all? Yeah, it puts counters on them all. I guess I'll get rid of the one that has all the counters. Okay. So, Gathering Stones. I pick Merfolk. Revealing that Merfolk, putting it into my hand, playing it because it's a 2-drop that now becomes a 1-drop, so that's quite nice. We approve of the deck giving us correct mana. Draws cards equal to the number of colours because Abigail is white and black, and then the Shinecaster is blue. That is then 3 colours. Whee! And whee! That's got Convoke. Ooh, I could do that. Nah, I'm going to do an attack. And use this to tap that to make a fairy. And I can temporal cleansing their Abigail away, I guess. If they try to swing with it. And I can use the temporal cleansing's Convoke to get another fairy. Maybe I temporal cleansing their Shine Striker? And then double block Abigail with fairies? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Me getting used to a format I've only just started playing, just like, yes. I did do pre-release, to be fair, but that was a while back. So who can really tell how it often differs quite a bit of how a pre-release goes to how the arena limited environment is. Because arena players play a lot. Often. Like, you'll find much more experienced players of the formats on arena. Oh, it's sorcery speed. Temporal cleansing is sorcery speed. I'm an idiot. Well, it doesn't really matter. It'll be fine. It's fine. Now I definitely crib swap Abigail, though. Goodbye, Abigail. Goodbye. Yep. Make me another fairy and poke for 1 damage. That's something just deciding into elves. Are they predominantly an elf deck? Losing my Merfolk Lord there was kind of bad. Because I just didn't pay attention to the fact that temporal cleansing was a sorcery. Really? Another pitiless fight? Pitiless fists? Okay. Okay. This is fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Don't really want to take 5, don't really want to take 3 either, so I'll just chump both of those. Yeah, that's fine. Do it like that. I can do this. There we go. I could have also convoked the Wonder Brine Preacher. That probably would have been better. Ah, well. It's fine. Jump with a fairy. Continuously jump with a fairy. So pay with that and that. And yes. Discard a card. I can discard it, run away together because I've got 2 in my hand. We can play this and hold up the run away together. Make that a 0/1 so that my 4/3 can get in entirely safely. Perfect. And then in my turn there. Okay, I'm starting to pull my way back into this game. Jump with a fairy again. Cool. Repeatedly chump block with a fairy. Going through my deck pretty quickly is the worrying part. Hooray! Because I could have picked one of my big Merfolks, maybe my one that makes fairies, and then bounced the Merfolk that makes a Merfolk and play it again to make more big fairies. Big Merfolks. Yes. I won in the end. I managed to attrition my way to a victory, I guess. I started off losing and then just kind of dragged my feet through that match. Which I think is how my Merfolk deck's going to do this. Drag its feet as much as possible. I got stuff that I can play, and if I draw blue then I'll be fine. So maybe I keep it? I'll give it a go. We'll see how it works. Have they got a funny little bat guy on their sleeves? Oh, it's one of the goblins. The trailer for this set had a little musical, Dark Crystal-esque little musical intro that had these 2 little guys. 2 little goblins. One was a Lorwyn goblin and one was a Shadowmoor goblin. And that one's the Lorwyn goblin. He's just like a little happy guy, just like, yes. I'm not going to throw this under the 2/2. Maybe I should have played my 2/2. No, it's fine. Because we're in the race now. No block, I know you can pump it. No, I'm not silly. Okay, you did have a play. Nice. And you may pay 2 if you don't blight 2. It blighted itself. I can now attack with this. Tapping down this. Make it unblockable. And gain 2 life to put me back up to 20, which means I'm now on top of the race again, but not for much longer because their Chaos Spew is going to start swinging in as well. They tapped out, which means I can block their Flame Chain Mauler without worry. Do I just put the elf back on top? You spent your turn playing an elf. I spent my turn putting that elf back in your deck. Get out of here. I wish to be in charge of this race, thank you very much. They decided to put it on top instead of on the bottom. A scarecrow. Oh yeah, there are scarecrows in this set as well. Did they just... Oh, they surveilled, but they didn't put it in their bin, so I know the elf is still on top of their deck. Very odd. Bonk. Yeah, let's do that. I've got my runaway together, we'll be fine. Now they've drawn that elf again. Wait. That way round. Just in the off chance that they might have done it a second time. No damage, thank you. And they once again couldn't pay for it, so they get to blight. Ah, but they blighted onto that other creature. Nice. I'm slowly whittling. 3 life at a time, but technically 1 life at a time from them, but I'm gaining 2 every time, so it's like, it's kind of a 3-point life swing, but not really. I do that. I'm okay with that trade. Unless they've got some kind of trick or pump spell. Nope. And they didn't pump that either because they want to play the elf again. Woo, the elf is finally back. Make this race a little bit quicker, shall we? Speed it up a little bit. Wait. Is the Lorwyn to Shadowmoor side turning more Lorwyn the higher I am than them in their life total? Did I just notice that correctly? That it's like it's a who's winning tracker? they blighted their creature to exile some card. Oh, God. That's not a great card for them to draw off the top. Hopefully I get one of my crib swaps off the top, because I could really do with crib swapping that and getting rid of it forever. It's like a flying, withering 6/6. Exile the top 2 cards. If the spell's additional cost was paid, which it was, exile the top 3 cards instead. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Okay. I'm fine with that trade. Okay, I got run away together, that's fine. It's actually fine. Right, why did I not just attack with both? Don't know why I didn't attack with both there, I could have got an extra damage in. It does look like it is. It's when we even out, it goes back to the middle, and then I hit them and it goes back to their side. Okay, they flashed in an elf. Not great for me, but we're still in it. We're still technically in this game. Okay, they basic land cycle. So they don't want to play this dragon. They noticed that I didn't tap any of my mana and were like, Oh no, we are playing the dragon. Okay. It's fine by me. Yep, then you attack with both, and I go, no thank you. Less of this, please. Yeah, it is. It moves with your life total. It only gives another Merfolk +2/+0. Which is kind of sad, but there you go. I think I'm losing this unless I draw something really good. That huge swing in their direction. Okay, what do I top deck? I don't think it's going to save me whatever it is, because it's a single target removal. Good game, you win. I can't attack anymore. And your big old 6/6 dragon's just going to kill me. Darn. If only they didn't have a mythic dragon. I was kind of holding my own until this last turn where I realised that they just could keep playing their elf again and then they played a dragon. Oof. I'm at least going to trade with a creature. Because I have a quest to defeat some of my opponent's creatures, so I may as well trade, given that I'm losing anyway. Oh, okay, 1 win, 1 loss. We go on to round 3, game 3. We got 500 coins for finishing one of our quests. I assume the playing blue and white spells? I would guess it's the playing blue and white spells. Okay, if I can get to the 3 wins, then I'll open up the ability to play a 4th draft. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Island. Don't like them starting with Moon Shadow, that's not great. Moon Shadow is a menacing 7/7 that comes in with 6 -1/-1 counters, and whenever one or more permanent cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature. Oh, okay, and then they also just have a punch spell. They're just going to beat me up with Moon Shadow. I've got a Liminal Hold. Should be fine. They're also probably just in an elf deck, which is not great. Yeah, they're just in an elf deck. Not great. It's fine though. Oh, they're 2/2 with lifelink. Is problematic. I just realised. I was like, oh wait. Down. He auntied my my Merfolk. Okay, they're missing their land drops. Going straight to combat. Let's see if they've got a combat trick. No, no combat trick. No, but they've got a second Scarblade Scout, I guess. Sure. All the Scarblade Scouts. I'm going to waste all my removal on these darn little silly elves. Oh. Didn't mean to accidentally do that. Okay, darn little silly elves. You get my removal. Hope you enjoy it. Welcome back from the outbreak, everybody. You're watching as I struggle against the... Oh, you've come back to me struggling against Scarblade Scouts. They're just a bunch of silly little elves. Okay. Now I might be able to start turning the tide on these silly little elves. Oh, they drew a 4th land. Maybe not. We'll find out. They definitely don't have Pitiless Fists. No, they've got a 2/3 flying lifelinker. Okay then. Do I just attack with both? That becomes a 4/2. It's not great. I don't attack. Because it only pumps other. Ugh, elves. Really, game? You gonna do this to me? You gonna just make me draw all my lands now? I guess I did just draw like 3 pieces of removal in a row, so that's something, I guess. Oof, big hit. Ah! Why all of the pieces of removal? There we go. Good game! You win, good game! No, you don't want to trade a creature? Like, I'm gonna let you kill me, I just want to kill some of your creatures on the way out. Want to... Hi, Callie! Magic Gatherer. Unfortunately, you just watched me lose to elves. Because elves. I wasted too many removals because I thought they were not drawing mana, but I couldn't actually close out the game, so I shouldn't have done that. I should have held on to the removal spells for the 5/4s when they eventually turned up. Because I then drew more mana and was like, whoops, I guess having those pieces of removal would have been really useful right about now. I've got Gravelgill, I guess. Sure. Yeah, I built the... I'm doing Lorwyn Eclipsed drafts, and I built a kind of Merfolk deck because my quests were to play blue and white spells, blue and red spells, and defeat some of my opponent's creatures. Ooh, good Merfolk. Yeah, so I built a blue-white deck because Merfolk. They're playing blue, white, green stuff. Okay. It's a pacifism, I can't attack or block, and they can also get rid of the creature by blighting one. Interesting. Well, it's a good thing I didn't crib swap yet, because that is a thing I want to crib swap. Oh, I did want to crib swap that. I'm now like, no, this is a bigger problem. Gather a stone, and I'm going to pick Merfolk, so that all my Merfolk spells get cheaper and I can start grabbing Merfolk from the top of my deck. I guess Runaway Togethering, their Encumbered Reejerey and my Gravelgill is a good move. They just tapped their forest to make it red and now can't play the creature. Silly. You saw some magic packs in the store but didn't buy them. Oh, shame. That's absolutely fine. Like, you are not obligated to buy packs from my favourite card game. I think it's still valid if I do it. Might work, might not, who knows. Cool. Did work. Reset their Reejerey, which is what I wanted. Stopped me just straight losing there. That is fair. We do get a lot of players in the game of Magic the Gathering who just buy cards because they look nice. And have zero intention of actually playing the game, which is a bit like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, 1 or 2 target creatures get +2/+1. Okay, so I can use that on blocking to try and take out some of these opponent's creatures. Because I'm gonna need to. I should be able to take out the Gangly Stompling and the Reejerey if I block correctly. block like that, block like that. Yes. 2 target creatures, my 2 blocking creatures, then I convoke to tap down all of my stuff. Okay, take a bit of damage, but trade up in pretty much all regards. Oh, I don't need an island, that's fine. Cool. Merfolk, yes. Because then we can attack there. Use that to tap down this, which makes me a 1/1 flying blocker. Look at how close I am to losing. It's almost entirely Shadowmoor. They're playing 4 colours? Oh, 4-colour Vivids. That kind of makes sense. So many Kithkins. Yeah. I think I'm going to lose. Especially if I just keep drawing runaways together and not actual creatures. Then I might, in fact, lose. Comeback of the century, maybe. They made my life total in 1/1s, so I'm not sure it will be. I'm going to try. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to try. But I don't know if I'll manage it. I've only got 3 blockers and they've got 5 attackers, so I can throw my 1/1 under their 3/3 flyer. Throw my 2/2 under their other 3/3. Defeat one of the 1/1s with... Oh, gosh. Not the Squawk Roaster, not the double striking 4/4. Take out one of their 1/1s. Oh. Or they could do that and I would be fine with it. I'm fine with that. Yeah. I'm good with this. I defeat that. I jump block there. I jump block there. I take 1. I bounce my 2/2 and there 1/1 that's... Oh, I don't even take 1. I bounce this. I bounce that. No! I didn't have a second blue. My cabbages! If I hadn't have milled that island, I would have had the second blue to run away together again, and then I would have been fine. But now I just lose. Attack with this one. Tapping this one to make a fairy. To try not to lose, but I'm pretty sure I'm losing. Haven't lost yet, though. If they didn't have the exact counterspell they needed, then I would have been fine. How can I do this? Okay, so we're chump blocking there. We're blocking there. We're blocking there. Do they have another one of that same counterspell? No, they didn't. Hooray, I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. I'm going to be dead now, but I'm not dead yet. Get rid of the land, I don't want that. Okay, not dead yet. Convoke that down and then pay for the rest. Sorry, Crown, you're not going to do anything. Play my land for turn? Can't play that. No attacks. I'm representing run away together again. I just don't have it. Okay. Good game. ain't taking the 8. I'll take my lethal damage, but I'm not taking the 8. I'm taking out your 1/1 Kipkin with me as well. Minus 12. We almost managed to pull it back. Yeah. Oops. They had the counterspell. And it really ruined me.